Hello, my name is Jennifer Bartine, and I am a current PhD student at the University of Denver. My research centers on how arts education is essential for all K-12 curricula. I'm very disappointed that my university schedule is keeping me from joining you at the 13th International Conference on the Arts and Society in person, but I am absolutely thrilled to have this opportunity to connect with all of you virtually. Many historical revolutionary thinkers found inspiration for their work within the arts, and Einstein is one of my favorite examples. There are reports from loved ones of how he would work out his difficult concepts while playing on his violin. The objectives for my brief presentation are simple. First, we're going to investigate the power of arts integration within the different subject areas taught to gifted students who participate in K through 12 schools. And then we're briefly going to touch on possible implementation of arts-based lessons. As I continue, please forgive me for only briefly touching on each idea. I will provide my contact information at the end of this presentation and would be absolutely thrilled to connect with any of you over your own ideas or any questions that you might have for me. What is arts-based education? UNESCO has provided us with a wonderful definition in which there are two main approaches. The first is where arts are taught as their individual subject, and specific development is given to artistic knowledge or skill. The second is where we'll focus today, and that's where arts are used as a tool within the different classroom subjects as a way to build an understanding of content. Arts-based learning is an interdisciplinary approach to teaching different subjects. It fits within the constructivist education model. So why is arts-based education beneficial to our gifted students in particular? As those of us who are lucky enough to work with gifted students know, these students often feel at intensely deep levels, and they crave forming connections between subjects and their own life experiences. I would like to take a moment to share with you a few examples of arts-based education. All of these lessons are able to align with different educational standards, and they're easy to implement within the classroom. Looking specifically at an elementary classroom setting, we could have students play charades, where one student is silently acting out a character or an event from a novel or story that's specifically being learned within language arts. And the other students would then have to guess which character they are representing. This brings about a deeper connection to the material as the students really need to think about their character and their intentions and personality in order to go ahead and act out this scene. Movement integration within a science classroom, we're going to look at a middle school level. So if you take students and divide them into groups, giving them each one of Newton's laws of motion, they could then create a group movement to perform for the class where the rest of the students in the class could guess the law they're demonstrating. Again, students are having to take a theoretical knowledge and turn that into an application where they're able to demonstrate their understanding. Music integration with history, we're going to stay with middle school. And I encourage you to look at the protest music of the 60s and view artifacts of oppositional culture for the Vietnam War and look at the power of individual voices, and then take that one step further and ask the students if they can identify any performers that they listen to today that they feel are trying to use the power of their voice to implement a positive change. Visual arts integration within high school math can be seen when using a Mondrian painting and calculating the area of the color blocks within the proportions of the entire painting, and perhaps creating an equation to demonstrate the relationship of these sections. In order for teachers to be successful with arts integrated lessons, they must make their students feel safe enough to express their own unique selves and expect no two student projects to ever be the same. And very importantly, they must make sure that their students learn to embrace differences amongst each other. Finally, I would like to sincerely thank you for sharing your past 5 minutes with me, and I hope to hear from you soon.